Nvidia shares, as we mentioned, are soaring today on the back of that strong fourth quarter earnings beat, but it's the entire semi sector that's rising as well today. So as we look ahead, how should markets be viewing the future of AI? Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's very own Dan Howley for more.
Yeah, I mean, look, we just saw the semiconductors there, and I think the big thing to keep in mind when you're looking at AI is it's two pieces. It's the semiconductors that are powering it, like literally powering it, and then the AI that is running it. So it's two areas to look at. Yes, the semis are going nuts right now, except for Intel. But the flip side of things is, Microsoft, Google, Meta, Amazon, they're all running AI and they're all offering AI to some degree or another. Microsoft, Google, Amazon to enterprise, Meta, open source, Google open sourcing as well. Salesforce, they have AI as well, Einstein GPT, and then Slack has its own AI now. So it really is a segment that you have to look at in two pieces.
And Dan, we were actually talking off camera about this, and I just want to get your take. When people think of Nvidia still, they think chips, they think hardware, but we were talking about how really, when you look at what Jensen Huang is building there, it really is more of a platform at this point.
The way that Apple has managed to lock in customers.
Which is a great comparison, by the way. It's a great comparison.
Hell yeah. The way Apple has managed to lock in customers with its software services, its hardware. You want to stay on the software, so you're going to get the hardware. You want to get the hardware, you're going to get the software with it. It's the same thing with Nvidia. You're going to buy their chips, you're going to get on CUDA. If things are running on CUDA, then you're going to go and get their chips again. So it's kind of this virtuous cycle for the company itself, but it's also part of the reason why you're seeing third parties try to develop their own chips, because they don't want to be locked in. It's the same thing we saw almost with the cloud at first, right? People were jumping into the cloud and they were saying, oh, I'm all in on Amazon, or oh, I'm all in on Microsoft. The smart people said, I'm not going to stick on one, I'm going to go multi-cloud. And now everybody goes multi-cloud, so you're not stuck with one company. That's what these large cloud service providers, CSPs for those in the know, are doing with their chips. They're ensuring that they have, we'll have our Nvidia chips, but we're also going to have our own, and we're also going to have some from AMD or Intel to diversify what our customers want, but also what we want.
And so, if investors are looking at the sort of two sides of AI, if you will, looking at the hardware and software, or the sort of chip makers, and then the companies that are making the product, the AI product, how should they think about that? Is one more attractive than the other? Is it just that there are a lot of choices in terms of how to invest in AI right now?
It's almost one is leading the other. You had the software come out first, and now everybody saw what the software was capable of with ChatGPT, and they were like, well, we got to get in on this. We'd be bozos if we didn't. So now everybody's trying to ramp that up, and so they're going into the chips. Now you're going to have to see, and we're trying to see this with the likes of Microsoft and Google and Amazon, how much is that investment paying off for them, which will then lead to more chip sales if it does well, right? Because if everybody continues to go all in on AI, it continues to perform well for these companies, well then, it's a no-brainer. You would want to invest more if you're a smaller company or a mid-sized company, because it's proven that it can do well. Then it's going to go right back into chips.
All right.
Wow.
Dan Howley, always great to have you on set.
I like getting
brings the
pumped up.
energy, brings the insight. Everything's there.
Mainline me some Dunkin' and I'll be
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.